This is the Ring 6 main event of the evening, sanctioned by the World Boxing Organization and recognized by The Ring magazine. 12 rounds of boxing for the Super Lightweight Championship of the World. Governed by the rules and regulations of the New York State Athletic Commission, the 3 judges assigned to ringside, Max DeLuca, Eric Marlinski, and Steve Weisfeld, and inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, World Championship veteran referee Harvey Dodd. And now, the officials are in place, and they are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. New York boxing fans, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance at the sold-out Garden and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, the challenger, standing with his head trainer Wally Moses, wearing black, trimmed with orange, official weight, 138.6 pounds. An Olympic silver medalist, now with a perfect record as a professional, 24 fights, 24 victories, 11 wins by knockout. He's a 3-time, 3-division world champion from Newark, New Jersey, the former featherweight world champion, former super featherweight world champion, and current lightweight champion of the world, the undefeated Shakur Stevenson. And across the ring, his opponent, fighting out of the blue corner with his head trainer, Teofimo Lopez Sr. He's wearing blue with gold and officially weighed in at 139.6 pounds. This 2016 Olympian now has an outstanding professional record consisting of 22 victories, 13 wins by knockout, only 1 split decision loss, undefeated for over 5 years. He's a 2-time, 2-division world champion from Brooklyn, New York, the former lightweight world champion, Teofimo Lopez.
Hang on, you gotta clear the ring. Here we go. Okay, Bob, you received my instructions earlier. As a reminder, obey my commands at all times, protect yourself at all times. Touch him up, good luck.
Shakur Stevenson, the challenger, chasing history, looking to become the fastest 4-division champion of all time. Teofimo Lopez, the champ who was the underdog, but vows to show the world he's not just better than Stevenson, but he's the best fighter in the world. 2 28-year-olds in their prime at Madison Square Garden for the Super Lightweight Championship of the world. Here we go.
And the big question of this fight, the story of this fight, is how does Teofimo Lopez break the defense of Shakur Stevenson? When he's struggled in fights, it's been against defensive specialists. Someone like Sandor Martin, who gave him fits. Jermaine Ortiz gave him fits. Shakur Stevenson is an enhanced version of those fighters. He has got to find a way to break this defense.
I like the way that Shakur met him in the middle of the ring, but already Teofimo trying to back up Shakur. Shakur's brilliant on the back foot, excellent counter puncher. Teofimo can't overcommit too early or he will get counters.
And that's what happened against Sandor Martin, that lead check hook. Martin caught him with that as Lopez coming in. When he comes in, Sergio, he comes in with that left hand down.
Teofimo shines with offensive fighters. It's the defensive fighters, like you said, Chris, that he kind of has to figure out while he's dealing with the defensive fighter in Shakur tonight.
Well, the question was, which way would the crowd go? Seems like it's a bit of a pro-Stevenson crowd. Who's from Newark, New Jersey. Lopez from Brooklyn.
Both these guys have worked extensively on the body work in these camps. Stevenson likes to throw that jab straight left down to the body. Teofimo Lopez trying to come around the guard to land those liver shots.
Shakur looks perfectly fit for a 140-pound weight class, doesn't he?
And he fits in nicely. I was about to say that. They're both evenly matched, not only in their age, but their physique. They both look like they're 140-pounders.
Yeah, Shakur said he would stay up at 140 if he needed to. As Teo lands left hand or could drop back down to 135.
The first two punches are not going to land by Teofimo, and he's got a taste of that right now. He's going to have to set up the third and fourth punch to land anything on Shakur. What you don't want to do with Teofimo is fall off balance, missing a punch. It's just going to be food for Shakur Stevenson.
Would you try and let Shakur come to you, or would you go after Shakur?
Well, a little bit of both. A little bit of both. You're going to have to back him up, of course, to try to get respect. But you also got to...
Oh, left hand from Shakur.
Let Shakur come to you as well. But right now, Shakur doing just fine coming forward, going around the guard with that left hand.
Shakur flashing that speed. Lightning quick hands.
The left hand is getting in on Teofimo. Blocked right there, but I love the fact that he's unleashing that left hand with power so early as Shakur.
Lopez promised to test Shakur's chin. He said, no one's been able to do it. I will.
He can't stop it. Keep sticking it out there. That was an effective weapon for Shakur in the first round.
Well, Shakur said he didn't expect this fight to be close. He said it's a big mismatch. Teo has too many holes in his game, and I'm going to expose them.
If Teofimo can't close that range, then he's going to have a long night tonight. Right now, he landed a nice right hand there, but he's been missing with the jab. So he's going to have to double and triple the jabs to break that range, but he's going to get countered with that right hand of Shakur. So sharp with that jab and looking for that check right hook is Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur with an 11-4 edge and punches landed in the first 10 of which were jabs. He can win a lot of fights behind the jab.
I'll tell you what, man, he's getting aggressive with that jab as well. I think that fight with William Zepeda brought on a new meanness in Shakur. A front foot aggressive, offensive-minded meanness.
Now, we've seen Shakur in the past be a front foot fighter. When he beat Jamel Herring to win the championship at 130 pounds, he was walking Jamel Herring down at the latter stages of that fight. He's not afraid to come forward. Good counter, Teofimo.
Yeah, left hand from Shakur matched by a right hand from Teo. Is it going to be this kind of fight, Sergio, a tit-for-tat kind of contest?
If it's that kind of contest, then Shakur is going to be at the better end of it. Teofimo needs to actually push Shakur back. Shakur's pushing Teo back right now with the front foot and the speed.
Well, it's hard to hit Shakur with one punch, much less a combination.
And you don't want to fence jab for jab with Shakur. He has a better jab in between these two guys.
Now, Shakur will fight all day countering these lunging attacks from Teofimo Lopez. If it's 12 rounds of this, it's going to be clean for Shakur.
And Chris, there have been questions about the health of Shakur's hands. They're a bit brittle, but he told us differently in the fighter meetings this week.
Well, I asked him coming out of the Zepeda fight, which was the hardest fight of his career, how his hands held up. And he said he was surprised at how healthy they were coming out of it. So no issue with the hands. After that fight, he says no issue with the hands during this months-long training camp.
Yeah, in that fight, Stevenson absorbed a career-high 272 total punches. That's obviously a push/slip.
At this range, Shakur is almost impossible to beat. Teofimo needs to find a way in, whether with jabs, upper body movement, roughing him up, something. At this range, Shakur all the way.
Shakur looks locked in, doesn't he?
Locked and loaded is Shakur Stevenson. You can see that left hand just ready to get unleashed.
Shakur mean-mugging everybody in the audience.
Shakur looks at him and says, I'm stronger than him.
Well, so far, Shakur's been better than him. 18-7 edge in landed punches, including jabs. 15 jabs landed for Shakur, just 5 for Teo.
Good left hand there from Shakur Stevenson.
Teofimo's going to have to do something this round. I mean, I know it's only two rounds in, but the respect that the lack of respect that Shakur is showing him and just outboxing him from that outside, he needs to close that range and that distance Lopez does.
We'll look at Chris Mannix's scorecard. I have a feeling we know what it's going to say.
Yeah, 2 rounds to none in favor of Shakur Stevenson. That jab is just an effective weapon. It's sharp, and then moments ago we saw Shakur followed up with a straight left hand. The more chances Teofimo takes, the more opportunities it's going to be for Shakur Stevenson to land that left 20-18 through 2 rounds.
Do we have to see a new wrinkle in Teofimo Lopez's game here tonight if he wants to be competitive, Sergio?
I think we're going to have to see greatness from Teofimo to do anything. It's hard to land a glove on Shakur. And look at that long, sharp, accurate jab by Shakur. He doesn't waste punches. He doesn't fall off balance, and that's what makes him dangerous. The reflexes are just too sharp. And normally it's Teofimo with the reflexes and the front foot counterpunching. Right now, Shakur on the front foot, backing up Teofimo, getting respect.
Teo going for a body shot. Shakur kind of looked him off.
Shakur's going to be hard to beat tonight.
Teofimo wanted to give this crowd fireworks. He said, look, we got a sold-out garden. Let's light this place up.
Yeah, well, the quieter it is, the better it is for Shakur Stevenson, I'll tell you that.
Looking uber confident in there. Really hasn't broken a sweat yet.
Little body shot there snuck in by Teofimo Lopez.
That's the thing about Shakur Stevenson. He dictates the tempo of the fight or the boxing. He doesn't let you do anything. He's in control all the time, in and out style.
Lopez trying to land something. Shakur kind of roughing up Teo a little bit rather than the other way around.
I'm surprised that Shakur's being so front foot heavy. You know, he's tit for tat, he's fencing with that jab. He's not backing up and moving like he normally is. A lot more flat-footed. And that's what I'm talking about, the confidence he got from that Zepeda fight. That's the most offensive I've seen Shakur, and in this fight, I love the confidence. I love the body language, the front foot pressure that he's applying on Teo.
Pessimistic, but I'm feeling optimistic that we are going to get Boots Virgil in a few months.
Well, we have gotten Lopez Stevenson. A lot of people thought we might not ever see this fight. And right now, it's pretty much the Stevenson show.
I mean, this fight is being fought at the pace Shakur Stevenson wants it, at the range Shakur wants it. The output all favor Shakur Stevenson.
Lopez trying to push on the front foot now. There's a right hand. Didn't quite connect.
It is so hard to break that range.
Well, look, Zepeda had some success based solely on the volume and the front foot pressure. Would you like to see Lopez maybe take a page out of the Mexican book?
Teofimo's been trying to do that. He just can't get past that front foot of Shakur. He can't get past that right jab of Shakur. And anytime he does break the distance, Shakur steps back and counters.
Zepeda had some success up top, but Zepeda paid a price in that fight. Shakur landed 50% of his punches against William Zepeda. And even though it was the most punishment Shakur's taken, he won a wide decision on the judges' scorecards.
Good left hand. The glove nearly touched the canvas for a knockdown.
And that caught Teofimo Lopez right on the belt line. Javi Doc comes in and says, bring that up a little bit, but a good little body shot from Shakur.
And Sergio, you'll notice constantly Shakur is stepping on the front foot of Teofimo Lopez.
Well, you get that with a southpaw and an orthodox fighter, but I think Shakur's doing it a little bit more purposely now. Just to get him to stand still, shoot that left hand straight down the pipe. I'll tell you what, guys, Shakur said it was going to be an easy night, and so far, he's in control of Teofimo Lopez.
Lopez just looks bewildered so far.
He looks bewildered and outclassed, and I hate to say that because Teofimo Lopez is the champion, but right now, he has no remedy for the speed and the timing and the accuracy of Shakur Stevenson.
Shakur said, quote, I'll be 1,000,000 times better than I was against Zepeda. And so far, he looks a lot better than he did, for sure. And he looked pretty damn good that night. Throwing everything with that left hook, just missed.
Shakur's having fun in there, man. You can just see it, the confidence oozing from him.
If you're a Lopez fan, you're hoping if you can catch him with one shot, get his respect, maybe turn the tide of this fight a little bit.
But when I talk to people within Lopez's camp, the one thing they kept saying is, if we can hurt him, if we can hurt him. They thought they could change the tide if they can hurt him. But
in boxing, you don't want to rely on hope and if.
Said, you gotta hit him, yo. That's easier said than done.
You know, those two have a great relationship. And Teofimo Sr., whatever you think of him, laid out plans to beat Lomachenko and to beat Josh Taylor. That being said, you hear the discussion in Shakur's corner with his grandfather, Wally Moses. Very specific, telling him where to go, what to do, how to counter. More of just an energy boost in the corner of Teofimo Lopez.
And that's the difference. You got to tell your fighter what punches to throw, what he's doing wrong. You can't just be a cheerleader. You can't just urge him to go and hit him. You got to show him how he should hit him. How can he get through that front door to land a punch?
Yeah, I'd love to hear you tell him, Sergio. What does he need to do? How does he land big punches on Shakur?
Well, I would say more upper body movement, and you got to take chances. More upper body movement, and you got to rough him up. Do not aim at the head. Forget the head of Shakur Stevenson and just concentrate on the shoulders and the body right there.
Chris Mannix's scorecard through 4 rounds.
And 40-36 in favor of Shakur Stevenson. Not a very difficult fight to score at that point. Great counter left from Stevenson. He's starting to pick up the pace too. As Lopez comes in, gets a little more reckless, Shakur Stevenson is taking advantage. 40-36.
And our fan zone scorecard, the same. 4 rounds to none for Shakur. Shakur's having fun in there.
Shakur is shutting out the takeover right now.
I mean, we're talking about the Ring Magazine champion at 140 pounds. Right now, just struggling to lay a glove on the challenger.
And it's not like Shakur's over-moving or running like some people say he does. He's right in front of Teofimo. He's actually backing up Teofimo. He's flat-footed, catching and countering. Teofimo still leery of throwing punches.
Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is a great defensive fighter, but rarely do you see him running. He is not William School or Guillermo Rigondeaux. He stands in the pocket, uses reflexes, uses speed, footwork to get out of the way of these shots.
And right now, on the front foot, being the aggressor, putting pressure on Teofimo.
Shakur really is a master of this mid-range space.
Harvey Doc telling the fighters, watch those heads. Happens a lot when you got a southpaw and orthodox in the ring.
Look at that smile by Shakur, man. Just having fun in there.
Teo struggling to land that body shot. Ate a couple jabs on the way in. Lopez looking for something, anything, to get some momentum going. We're almost halfway home. Shakur Stevenson, the challenger, taking on Teofimo Lopez. Shakur looking to become a 4-division world champion. He'd do it faster than any fighter. The only fighter that did it at a younger age than Shakur was Oscar De La Hoya.
It's pretty good company to be in.
Only 18 fighters in the history of this sport have won titles in 4 divisions, as Shakur picking them apart again.
And those are power jabs now coming from Shakur Stevenson.
Well, Sergio, you're never supposed to get reckless, especially against a fighter against Shakur, but when nothing's working, does Lopez need to just roll the dice and try something?
Absolutely. And you got to throw caution to the wind. You have to put yourself at risk. When you're getting shut out like this, then you have nothing else to lose. This is your hometown. This is the mecca of boxing. You have to go in there and take chances, even if it means getting hit.
Sergio, Teofimo's a very good offensive fighter. Slip, no question. Very good offensive fighter, but he telegraphs his moves just by a split second. When you're going up against a fighter with the defensive instincts of Shakur, that split second is everything.
One step too slow, and Shakur is just reading everything that Teofimo's trying to do.
Look at the round 5 total punches thrown. Lopez only 7 of 45. Stevenson 18 of 33, well over 50%.
That's classic Shakur Stevenson, getting those accuracy numbers way up above 40 and that round into the 50s.
Sergio, I know you thought Shakur was probably going to win this fight, but did you think he'd dominate like this?
No. And look at this. On the front foot, still trying to check.
Now Lopez is cut.
Still trying to check him with that right hook. He's not running. He's not overboxing. He's not overmoving. Shakur is right in front of Teofimo Lopez. Out beating him to the punch, out fighting him, and out boxing him, out thinking him, out everything. It's Shakur Stevenson.
Well, if this continues, Chris, there's going to be people starting to say, wait a minute. We know how good Crawford was. Can Shakur be as good, as dominant, as for so long as Crawford was?
No, they're very different fighters, right? Terrence Crawford, a more offensive-oriented fighter. Shakur Stevenson gives off a lot of those same Floyd Mayweather vibes, Sweet Pea Whitaker vibes, the defense-first type of fighter, but he can be dominant on that level.
Stop at the bell.
Body shot from Shakur. And another. So we've officially reached the halfway point of this fight. And it's been a clean sweep for Shakur Stevenson, pretty much. Is there any round you think you could have given Lopez?
I don't think so. Just the jab, ring generalship, accuracy, they all favor Shakur Stevenson. Teofimo's trying. He's throwing a few more punches, but they're not landing. It's just been a masterclass through 6 rounds by Shakur Stevenson.
Yeah, Shakur has landed triple the amount of punches, 78 to 23. In fact, Lopez hasn't landed more than 7 punches in any round.
Yeah, 60 to 54 on my scorecard. Clean sweep so far for Shakur Stevenson.
A masterclass of the sweet science by Shakur Stevenson,
and he's doing it on the front foot, Sergio.
That's what I was about to say. And he's doing it by standing in front of Teofimo Lopez. He's not moving. He's not overstepping back. He's not moving too fast laterally. He's not running. He is beating down. While he's beating Teofimo to the punch and keeping Teofimo shy without punching. He's trained Teofimo.
Seems like Lopez needs to find a plan B.
I would like to see Teofimo start to go to the body a lot more. That was something that was a point of emphasis in this training camp, and we haven't seen much from the way of body shots. The problem is, when you try to dig down to the body and lunge in, that's when you get exposed for counters.
You think Shakur stays at this weight class going forward, Chris? I mean, why would he drop back down? He looks this good.
We'll have to see after this fight.
The reason Teofimo's not going to the body is because the quicker hands on Shakur. He'll catch and counter right off the bat. Teofimo is leery of breaking that distance, throwing body shots. The Peta threw caution to the wall because he'll take 2 punches just to land that one body shot. Teofimo doesn't want nothing to do with those counters.
There's Bud Crawford, front row view. Extremely close with Shakur Stevenson. He has to like what he's seeing.
You know, what brain power Shakur Stevenson has access to with Bud Crawford and Andre Ward.
And I just said the word trained right now. And I mean, that's exactly what Shakur is doing right now. I mean, he's extinguishing the fire that Teofimo normally brings, and he's doing that by continuing to check him with counters, with touching him with jabs, uppercuts, hooks. Nothing big, nothing fancy, nothing hurtful, but it keeps checking Lopez on the way in.
Good body shot, yeah. Body shot followed up by a jab for Shakur. Lopez just kind of stuck in neutral in this fight. That right hand was blocked by
from Teofimo Sr. Give me power. How about you be a little bit more specific in how he's supposed to land some of those power shots? Where is plan B for Teofimo Lopez? Plan A has been an abject disaster. He needs plan B to have any shot of getting back in this fight.
And if you remember, Teofimo told us that he was consumed with power before. He was concentrating on that a little bit too much. He needs to figure out how to get through that front foot of Shakur, and it's not going to be power that gets him in.
Speaking of power, here's power through 7 rounds, and look at that. 18 punches landed from the power position for Lopez out of 111 thrown. Stevenson landing over 50% of his power punches.
It's going to be upper body movement and speed for Teofimo to get past that front jab, that front hand of Shakur. That's just lethal. Every time Teofimo tries to get anything going, he just checks him with that right jab, hook, uppercut, whatever it is, and he just reminds him, okay, I got a left hand here coming for you if you get too aggressive. And Teofimo's being trained right now.
You wonder if Shakur at some point is maybe going to start to really try and hurt Teofimo Lopez when you're this successful and nothing else is landing your way?
No chance. He doesn't have that temperament. He doesn't have that temperament. Shakur dominates and controls. He dictates the tempo of every fight. He fights when he wants to. He boxes most of the time, and right now, he's doing a little bit of both, and Teofimo stands no chance. Why give him a chance?
I tell you, at least Teofimo in this round has been digging downstairs to the body. More body shots attempted in this round than I can remember in any round. Good right hand there from Teofimo.
It kind of froze Stevenson for a second. A little bit better work here from Lopez in the 8th.
You've got to show Shakur some punch variance. You can't just keep winging shots upstairs. Shakur's too smart.
If you're a Lopez fan, you're just looking for anything to raise your spirits here.
Cut in the left eye of Teofimo Lopez. And Shakur smiling with that blood trickling down the face of Teofimo, just excited as Shakur.
Nothing big though in this round. This is the best round Teofimo has fought all fight.
Nice little combination to the body there as well. And again with the right hand.
But look at how Teofimo's second guessing himself. Even with a round that went pretty well for Teofimo here, he's still leery of throwing combinations. He's afraid of the counters.
The crowd got something to cheer about as Lopez begins to show off a little bit. And maybe he won that round. Jumped in the ring and gave his son a big hug and said, that's what I'm talking about. Let's see if he can do it again here. You wonder if maybe Shakur took that round off.
It's so hard to land just one punch on Shakur because he catches and counters with short little counter punches. Just a brilliant boxer and counter puncher for Shakur Stevenson. Doesn't pull back, doesn't recoil with punches.
Let's look at Chris Mannix, the scorecard. Did you give him the 8th?
I did. Gave him the 8th round, 79-73 in favor of Shakur Stevenson. If you're Teofimo, just keep digging downstairs. Those were the scoring shots for you in that 8th round. Upstairs, you got nothing. Shakur's too quick, too good defensively. Keep digging down there to that body.
You gave him the 8th, and I think I'm with Todd. I think Shakur gave Teofimo that 8th as well, just to take a breather and catch his win. Second win.
I think either way, though, it goes to Teofimo's column.
Yeah.
Well, Lopez is certainly finding a little more success as the output from Shakur has slowed down.
You know how difficult it is to control a great champion like Teofimo, any great champion, just shut him out. Frustrate him with defense, popping him with jabs, just like that.
Oh, sat down on that punch, did Shakur, and landed the right.
There's that check right that Teofimo has proven to be vulnerable over the years. When he leans in, keeps that left hand down, that's when southpaws can land that quick check right.
Well, Shakur told us he thinks that he's stronger than Lopez. Said, I hit harder than him. I'm going to show it. That was a pretty powerful shot. Stevenson has stopped 3 of his last 5 opponents. Lopez, 5 straight decision wins.
Look how quiet it is in here inside the Madison Square Garden, and that benefits Shakur. As long as the crowd is quiet, Shakur's doing what he needs to do. It's tedious, but it's effective. This man is brilliant at what he does.
In the direction of Teofimo Lopez, I'm not so sure there's much in the way of instruction at this point. And Shakur Stevenson looks down to us sitting at ringside and says, I told y'all.
And you know what he means by that, right? He says this was going to be an easy night for him. An easy night. And he sure is making it easy. He's schooling Teofimo Lopez.
Yeah, he said, Zepeda was one of my toughest fights. I'd rather fight Teofimo any day of the week. It will be a much easier night at the office.
Yeah, Shakur Stevenson is 24-0, but he's really 23-0 with one outlier. William Zepeda made him fight a certain way. I don't think there are too many guys, if any, in boxing that can make you fight the way Zepeda makes you fight. So this is the style Shakur Stevenson has used to become a 3-division world champion, and he's well on his way to utilizing it to win a 4th.
Putting his name with some greats. Roberto Duran, Pernell Whitaker. I mean, incredible going from lightweight to 140 and doing what he's doing. From 126 to 140, it's incredible.
Snapping jab again from Shakur. That's his bread and butter.
And every time Teofimo kind of rushes in to try to land those body shots, Shakur's there to meet him with one of those jabs.
This is like a grown-up slap boxing with a kid. It really is. Shakur, anytime Teofimo tries to do anything, he just barely pulls back and checks him. Look at this.
This would be a humbling experience for any fighter. Certainly for someone with the braggadocious style of Teofimo Lopez. Shakur beats him to the punch. Lopez just has no answers.
Zero. He's getting schooled. Teofimo Lopez is getting schooled by a professor in the sweet science. And Shakur on the front foot. It's not like he's just running and boxing and moving. He's on the front foot, and Teofimo still can't do nothing.
Shakur smiling in there, just having a good old time.
That jab is so quick, so sharp, and so precise.
That grin is from ear to ear for Shakur.
Blood continues to pour down the left side of the face of Lopez. A testament of the relentless jab from Shakur Stevenson. Must Teofimo Lopez be right now?
That's what defense does, Todd. It takes the fight away from the fighter.
And as they say in the NBA, Chris, defense wins championships, right?
They do say that, Todd. Yeah. Good NBA take.
Yeah, even though they're scoring, what, 130 points a game?
Defense doesn't win many championships.
It used to. Back in the Jordan days. We're in the championship rounds. And I think we all know who's going to walk away here as the champ.
Yeah, 99-91 on my scorecard. The 8th round, Teofimo, I thought had low success, but Shakur Stevenson got that momentum right back, regained control of the fight very quickly. The jab continues to be excellent. The counter lefts continue to be accurate. Just nothing Teofimo Lopez can throw at him that's having any impact.
This is one of the greatest one-sided performances I've seen in a while. In a long time, actually. I did not expect this. And look at this. That's what I mean. That little check right hook right there. It's incredible how quick on the trigger Shakur is. That takes mental speed and that takes technique, not pulling back your punches and still hitting the target.
Snapping jab again. Cuts Lopez off at the pass. Although Lopez trying to go back down to the body. That's where he had some success a few rounds ago.
It's a paint job by a master artist in boxing, Shakur Stevenson.
Stevenson said, look, you may have beaten Vasily Lomachenko and Josh Taylor. I'm better than both of those guys, and I'm going to prove it. A rare swing and a miss from Shakur, who's landed over 50% of his power shots. Good left from Shakur.
And staying in the pocket of Shakur. He didn't step back. He didn't get out of reach. He just pulled back and countered, checking Lopez once again.
And I know you said it's not in his demeanor, but if Stevenson wanted to push forward and really go for the kill here, could he do it?
Yes, he can. But responsibility won't allow him. This is what got him to the stage. His temperament, his intelligence, his speed, his defense, IQ. Not bravado and not going for the kills.
Oh, snapping right hand from Shakur, now lands a couple more. And 1 round to go.
There we go.
We are witnessing a boxing masterclass at the highest of levels as Shakur Stevenson attempting to win a championship in a 4th division, and he's completely dominating the Ring Magazine champ.
We are witnessing boxing's version of a no-hitter.
Yeah, good analogy. Chris, I know you picked Stevenson to win by decision. How many rounds did you think he was going to win, though?
You know, I thought 9-3 was kind of prediction. Good right hand there from Teofimo. His defense is just so tough. I mean, look, you go back to the Zepeda fight. As much success as Zepeda had statistically on Shakur, he still was beaten wide on the judges' scorecards. He was still out-accurated. That's a word.
Are you Sergio? What happened to you?
I've been around it. We've been in the air for like 5 hours.
Relax, Mr. Cacophony.
Hey, that's a mispronunciation, not a making up a word. He's just impossible to get to defensively. His defense is impregnable.
And it's because of his... It's because of everything. His foot speed, his technique, his instinct, his reaction time, his vision. Just an incredible boxer.
Lopez still firing away, but punches hitting nothing but air.
Shakur still looking for that home run, man. He's not content with a shutout. He's not content with a no-hitter. He's still going for the grand slam.
Yeah, you could see in the corner between the 11th and 12th round, it was almost like Raleigh Moses was trying to talk him out of being too aggressive, understanding how much he was up on these scorecards. But Shakur's instinct, still try one or two more things, try to get a stoppage.
A demoralizing performance for Stevenson against Lopez, who was completely humbled here tonight by the better fighter in every sense of the word.
He was humbled and outclassed. And the more important thing, the more impressive thing by Shakur is he quiet down 20,000 fans here in the Mecca. In the hometown of that man right there, who was supposed to take over, but instead got shut out by the great Shakur Stevenson.
No doubt about it, Shakur.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at Madison Square Garden, we go to the scorecards, and all three judges have the same score, 119 to 109. The winner by unanimous decision. And no Ring Magazine WBO Super Lightweight Champion of the World, Shakur Stevenson.